I had a little pandemic fashion crisis. We started the pandemic in the winter and it got progressively warmer and I didn't have any skirts to wear for this summer. I like to wear skirts around the house, around the property here, run around. In the winter I wear skirts with leggings, in the summer I wear skirts without leggings. I just didn't have enough. So I didn't know what to do. Then suddenly I had a brainstorm. I had 3 long t-shirts in my closet that I did not like and did not look good on me. And they were there looking at me one more year. They were all pretty much the same type, sort of tighter on top, and they flared out from mid-thigh to below the knee. Each one was a little different. And I thought, well, I'm going to take those and transform them into skirts. So I did 2 of them. They came out great, and I'm going to show you on this 3rd t-shirt how I did it so you can transform your t-shirts too. Here's the t-shirt. It's cute. The fabric is very comfortable, but you know, I've never liked the way it fits. So what I'm going to do is convert it into a skirt because I love skirts, and then I think I will wear it a great deal more than I'm wearing it right now as a long t-shirt or a short dress. Outside of the dress itself, here's what you're going to want and need. Nice big ruler, some good scissors. I have some fabric scissors I like. Pins, if you like to baste as I do, some thread in a contrasting color. I like to use a thimble and some nice big fat elastic. Okay, I've laid my t-shirt out and really try to line it up around the shoulder seams and the side seams so it's about as flat and as perfect as it can be. It needs a little adjusting. You can do that. And I have my big ruler, and I'm going to put it right under the arms just like that. I'm going to try to also line up these stripes a little bit. Sometimes it's not entirely possible, but you want to have things as neat as you can, especially with a pattern like this before you get started. Okay, I've put my ruler again armpit to armpit after straightening this out as much as possible. And you can do one of 2 things, or actually one of 3 things. You can bring some sort of tailor's chalk along here or a pen or something so you can see where to cut. I don't think it's going to show up so well on this fabric. Or you can baste along here to hold it together so you know where to cut. But I'm just going to go ahead and make a line of pins, and I'll cut along that line. There we go. This is where really good scissors are important. They just cut neatly without a lot of jaggedy edges. My elastic is about 3/4 of an inch wide. It's a really nice width for a skirt waistband. So in order to make it fit in this casing here that I'm going to create around the part of the t-shirt I cut, I'm going to turn this over about 1 1/8 inches. I'm just going to turn it over, start pinning it. So here is my waistband. I've turned it over. As you can see, I've turned it over to the wrong side. So here's the wrong side to wrong side. I pinned it across the top for the measurement, so I'd measure it correctly so that it would be the same width all the way around. And then I pinned it again closer to the sewing edge. If you are uncertain about the pinning, you can always go ahead and baste. It's fine, whatever makes you feel comfortable. I did not turn this under. This is the raw edge. I'm going to zigzag it, so it's not going to matter. So I'm going to just go ahead and zigzag around the whole thing, and I'm going to leave about 1 inch open where I can stick the elastic in. Right, I went around the whole thing. Here's what it looks like from the outside, just a line of zigzag. And here's what it looks from the inside. The zigzag kind of took care of the raw edges. I also left a space here. I didn't sew around the whole thing. I left about 1 inch, 1.5 inch little hole here, and I'm gonna draw the elastic through. I went ahead and pre-measured my elastic so I know how much I'm going to be putting through the waistband here, but you can do that afterwards too if you want to try it on and size it up once you have the elastic drawn through. So I got that hole right here, and I put a big safety pin on the end of my elastic, and I'm going to put that safety pin to pull the elastic with it and pull it like that. And I'm gonna keep my fingers there to make sure it doesn't twist and that it goes in nice and straight. All right, so I'm almost at the end here. I still have a tail of the other elastic. If you're afraid this is gonna go through, you can always pin it so it doesn't move, but mine usually ends up bunching up, so it's not a problem. And here it is. Came out the other side. I'm gonna just check one more time and make sure it's all straight and hasn't twisted anywhere. And then we're going to go ahead and sew that all up. All right, so I've pinned my elastic together. I'm overlapping it, and I'm just going to run the sewing machine with a zigzag stitch back and forth over this to make sure it's well secured. Well, that's been sewn up, and now I'm just going to pull it through the waistband and kind of even it out. Some areas are really bunched up, some aren't. I'm just going to get this straightened out so that all of the elastic's in the waistband. Just like that. All right, so I still have this hole opened up here, and I'm gonna pull it over my waistband, make it a casing like the rest, and I'm gonna hand sew this because I don't trust myself to not sew over the elastic once it's in here. But that's a personal preference, so I'm just gonna go and quickly baste that hole up or sew it up with an overhand stitch. Well, here it is. I think it came out great. I am too hot to model it for you, but I did try it on and it fits fine. Total time was probably 15-20 minutes to make the whole thing. And now I have an extra skirt for running around town and running around the property here, and I got rid of a t-shirt dress that I did not care for. So thank you so much for watching, and happy sewing and happy projects.